Yes, you're good. 3. There you go, Petey.
Pommel foot.
Still got 43, 42, 44 up.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough. Good one! Good one! You got 10!
What you doing here? Can I have the headset? I'm sorry.
He's gonna stay. Good job, Michael. Good job, Michael. Yo, thank you. Shut, you can go now. Shut, you can go. Wait. What's your handle? 42 ready, 42 ready.
Never mind, he didn't.
Yeah, Shutzy. Good take. Good take.
First quarter. Virginia 2, Michigan 1.
Let's go, baby. That's a fucking great possession. Hey, anyone you guys like? Oh, yeah, Pete. Carson, you can go. Hey. You're good. Good job, Mikey. Good job, Evan. 43, 34. Yeah!
Takes it from Connor. 10-17 first quarter. Virginia 3, Michigan 1.
PT, you can go. AJ, you can go over as well. Great job, Weedy. Kobe!
Dead ball. 22 white, dead ball, unnecessary roughness. 1 minute, no face, no face. No face.
Michigan goal scored by 29, Ethan Thompson.
Stand there.
After the play was over, number 22 penalized for unnecessary roughness. Personal foul will give Michigan an advantage for 1 minute.
Okay, so someone comes off, you're going on. Hey, 12 ready? Come here, I want to talk to you. We just got to go there. Who's up right now? Go in, Josh. Please come off 40, go back in. Sorry. Step over 3, 2,
Virginia penalty has been released. Rolling it on the field.
Here we go, Rick! Get down here! Yeah!
What's up, baby? Grown-ass man.
Us. 14 first, 14 first. Go, wait.
Got you. Pete! Will, use it, taxi, Will, use it!
They don't have internet?
Come on, Pete!
Pete.
Gotcha!
Gotcha. Oh, Pete.
Virginia.
Hey, taxi off! I want to get Lucy in here. Take all the way off this way, Stuart.
22 to me. Here we go.
Wait. Hey,
Timeout! Here! Reset 60!
Hey, offense over here! Offense over here!
Hey, good three.
Hey, it's all guys. Please, guys.
Can I turn it? Am I responsible for keeping this thing? Okay, I clicked the button, but I should go back. 1:30?
Hey, come here, Xander! Xander, you're out of the box now. Xander, you're out of the box now. Xander, you're out of the box.
Hey, 40, stay close to the box. Hey, Connor, go behind! Hey, 40, come. Hey, we got Justin in! Hey, Larry out here with me! 40! You gotta stay now.
Hey.
Team on!
No, stay. It's a low time. It's a low time.
Hey, come on! I hear you. Right, I hear you.
Is also in color. Top goal 123 first quarter. Virginia 6, Michigan 4.
Hey, Josh, Cohen, hey, through X, right, X. Hey, peace, peace, One, you can go. Hey, you got help right here. Go help, baby. Hey, Fish. PT, get the ball. PT, get the ball. Hey, let's go Kobe here, Fish.
I gotta run up the stairs.
You're not supposed to turn the clock
Game clock went about 10 more seconds.
Get him to reprogram it at the quarter. We are under 60, so backcourt's in play. We will take the 20 and gain possession off the clock.
Brian,
53 on the shot clock, 52 in the game.
It's just, we're just doing game clock.
Fish right
Game
now.
clock.
Yes.
Okay, no
You're on.
over back to play.
Hey,
Game clock is our shot clock.
Thank you.
All right, your TOC.
Michigan goal scored by Michael Tate. 14 minutes of the second quarter. Virginia 6, Michigan 5. NBA goal scored by number 24. Peyton Cormier. Assisted by number 12, Thomas McConvey. Cormier for McConvey, 13:43 second quarter. Virginia 7, Michigan 5. Shot out of bounds, backed up by Michigan.
Woodrow.
Wolverines goal scored by 27, Aiden Mohawk. Time to go 10:57 second quarter. Virginia 7, Michigan 6.
out there.
Virginia goal scored by number 4, Jeff Connor. Connor's goal at 5. Time to go 4:49, second quarter. Virginia 8, Michigan 7.
How would you like to play EBA? I'm going to say hi. This is Sam Goodwin who said that. Oh no. Sam Goodwin, concentrate out of time. I'm telling you, EBA. Yeah, fish on cellar. Wes Martin also likes to get drunk and have photos. People that are going to like to is Tyler Carter. He has a problem. He beats his mom, I swear to God. Actually completely raw lacrosse.
UVA goal scored by 24, Peyton Cormier. Time to go 3:44 in the second. Virginia 9, Michigan 7.
I said it's not his fault when I said it was 4, but then I was like, I got you 30 minutes. Tim!
Timeout, Virginia, first of the first half. Michigan 7.
Schroff, Paul Carcaterra, it has been a disjointed start to the season from our perspective. We appreciate everyone's patience, and we are still working through some technical issues here. I hear an echo of myself as I speak. Cark, you're going to as well. So bear with us. We will do the best we can. Thankfully, you've had an exciting game and an unintrusive one in terms of announcing.
Anish, I love listening to your commentary, but hearing you twice on every single breakdown or player call, it's interesting to say the least.
I got you on an echo, too. Here comes Griffin Schutz. Strength of a caveman, finesse of a ninja. Working on Sneath. Shoots. It's wide. And the backup to Schellenberger, who comes into this season as one of the Tewaaraton favorites.
He is. He's electric. He's the ultimate quarterback in terms of creating his own offense, but the way he dissects a defense with passes like that, insane.
Xander Dixon, dubbed the Slim Reaper. 31 goals a season ago, getting the start on attack today. And it's Schellenberger with the no-look assist.
What a crafty finish by Xander Dixon, too. By him implementing that twister move, he's increasing his angle because you want it in your left hand from that spot. But when you throw the twister into the mix and that's in your bag of tricks, it's like shooting lefty or behind the back. But Connor Schellenberger, preseason, everyone talks about him as the #1 player in the country because there is no weakness in his game. His right hand is as strong as his left. He passes as well as he shoots. He sees a defense at another level in terms of just that sixth sense of where teammates are.
Nick Rowlett, 37 for the Maize and Blue, and Petey LaSala now in his 5th season. As Lars Tiffany likes to say, yeah, he's still there. And a face-off violation. It belongs to Rowlett and Michigan. It's a Wolverines team that in the first half did not back down. Rowlett feeds it out to Ryan Cohen. This attack trio of Zawada, Boehm, and Cohen, last year they rewrote the Michigan record books. It's a program that's only been at the Division I level for 12 years, but those three authored the 3 highest single-season point totals in school history.
Yeah, for me, this attack unit really complements each other quite well, too. The biggest question mark was the midfield. Who is a midfielder for the Wolverines that could really separate from the defense, be that guy who attracts the opposing team's top defensive midfielder every single time he steps on the field? I think Justin Brown potentially could be that guy.
He was a breakout star down the stretch last year for Michigan. One of the most experienced teams in the country. Cohen with 30 to shoot. Looking to make his way past Mitchell Whalen. Cohen, left hand free, goes low, beats Nunes, and pulls Michigan to 2. And Kark, we didn't really get a chance to set up this game off the top of the broadcast. For Michigan, the time is now. They've never been to the NCAA tournament. Last year, so much was made about how they started 7-0 against a weak schedule, how they finished losing 8 straight once the schedule toughened up. But a lot of those losses were close. They were right there with Rutgers. Should have beat Penn State. Went toe-to-toe with Hopkins. Nearly beat Ohio State. This team was not as bad as that 8-game losing streak leads you to believe. And they've got a real chance to get to the NCAA tournament this year for the first time.
Yeah, this is the year you want to see them turn the corner as LaSala does what he does in terms of winning face-offs, but also after the initial draw. That's why this is such an intriguing matchup for me with Nick Rowlett and Petey LaSala. They're both excellent in terms of finding ways to create offense off the draw. But this is such a critical year for Michigan. Anish, you mentioned they went toe-to-toe with so many teams down the stretch, but this is year 6 for Kevin Conry now. This is the time to turn the corner. These recruits are his. He's got the attack unit. We mentioned in terms of the statistics, they're in a league of their own in terms of that unit. It's a top 6 unit in the country from a point production perspective. The Wolverines have that front line. There's some pieces in the middle of the field that they have to figure out, but the time certainly is now.
And this is the best team in program history. Josh Zawada, most prolific Wolverine in team history. And that is going the other way. Bryce Clay in the crease. Clay's return. It's a big thing for Michigan. He missed last year with a torn ACL. He was a 3-year starter before that and had 23 goals in 2021.
Yeah, he's a goal scorer, and that's what he is made for. My biggest question, when you run him through the box as a midfielder, do you take out some of those finishing opportunities that you get as a natural attackman when you're on the field in transition, off of rides? That's the big question.
Clark, Virginia offensively, when they've had the success under Lars Tiffany, it's been a 2-quarterback system. Matt Moore and Michael Krause on the 2019 championship team. The last few years, Schellenberger and Matt Moore. Matt Moore has moved on, so now it's just Schellenberger, and he feeds in front. Dixon can't get it to go. It stays with Virginia. This is now Connor Schellenberger's team, and he is the one true quarterback on this team.
He is, and they dabbled with Griffin Schutz, who's a midfielder at the attack in the preseason, and that's why you want it in his stick. Connor Schellenberger, this is his team, Anish, and everyone talks about how complete he is, and we saw the passing ability early in this quarter to Xander Dixon, but if you allow him to take a defender through a pick game and you go one-on-one, one of the biggest underrated aspects of Connor Schellenberger is his strength. I mean, he's a weight room guy, low center of gravity, can post up on that 5-and-5 area and create his own offense. But when you think about the 2-quarterback system, that's why I think when Griffin Schutz, they dabbled with him at attack in the preseason. I think Xander Dixon gives you another quarterback, not at the level of a Matt Moore, but he can pass, he can score, create some of his own offense. So when you put those two behind together, it takes a little bit of pressure off of Connor Schellenberger.
Noah Chismar wins the ground ball off the faceoff, trying to get past Jimmy Pisani, the freshman. Chismar played well as a freshman last year, now a sophomore. Here's Dixon, and that'll go the other way.
This is what Virginia always loves to do, is ride. They're one of the best riding teams in the country year in and year out with Lars Tiffany. When you talk about attackmen with Lars Tiffany, he likes to talk obviously about the way that they can play creative or create offense. One of the first words out of his mouth all the time is ride.
Number 1 in blue, Justin Brown on the field now. A breakout star down the stretch last year. He had scored 4 career goals prior to the game against Penn State. Latter part of last season, went for 5, and in that game he jumped from the second midfield to the first midfield.
I remember that. You called that game and we were texting right after. Like, they have a potential star in 1 in blue in Justin Brown. And down the stretch, his last 4 games, he scores 9 goals.
Good look here for Cohen. He'll pass it up. Shot clock down to 16 from the wing. That's Peter Thompson. And the backup to Michigan, Bo Lockwood, another freshman. Top 100 recruit, set the national high school record for points. Lockwood trying to get free from Matsui. Good look from up top. Step down. Denied by Nunes. Aiden Mulholland with the shot. Now Virginia pushing. Grayson Soliday.
What a story he is, Anish. He's about 8.5 months off of ACL surgery. 32 in white, is running around this field with not even a brace on his left knee.
Schellenberger bodies his man. Virginia's playing the Wolverines, and it's Soliday with the Wolverine-like recovery skills. Patrick McIntosh now, along with Jeff Connor. Connor's going to have a chance this year. He'll get a lot of short stick matchups. Connor backing down Oliver Myrer. Dad Rick, former quarterback at Notre Dame, played in the NFL. Brother Morrison was a midfielder for the Irish. Connor on the skip. Good look for Dixon. Can't get it. It resets the shot clock off the rebound to 60. And then Dixon coughs it up. And that's Case Van Wees coming away with it. Michigan missing 1 key piece today on its close defense. That's Andrew Darby, 4-year starter and Michigan's best cover.
And this is not the game that you want to be missing a guy like Darby, who has so much experience in the Big Ten and defending #1 attackman for opposing teams.
Zawada pumps the brakes, and now he gets picked up off ball by Cole Kastner, 39 in white, the 6'7" Cavalier Colossus. McMurray feeds the wing and scores.
Wow, this is an absolute hammer by Josh Zawada. You know, Anish, you mentioned earlier the 7-game win streak to start the season last year. Josh Zawada was averaging about 9 points a game during that stretch. It was absolutely insane. And when you watch him, he has range, and his range is the reason he's able to shoot around defenders like that who are going to press. Now, the big thing when you're defending Zawada, if you don't go out him with the proper technique, he will dodge off of that same spot. So he's a end, but he also has that strength. He'll post you up. So when you play him as a post guy, then he beats you with speed and quickness. When you play him speed and quickness, he'll body you. The complete player is 1 in white for the Virginia Cavaliers. The Tewaaraton front runner this season, Connor Schellenberger.
Anish Shroff, Paul Carcaterra, we appreciate all the lacrosse fans watching, staying with us through some technical difficulties. We're still working through a few things. Kark and I can hear no audio except each other. So if you see an awkward pause before a commercial break, that's because we're not hearing anything. There's a shot from in close, and it goes wide. Belongs to Michigan. 12 in
do,
white.
My friend. We'll make do, right?
Chicken salad. Thomas McConvey took that shot. He's the Vermont transfer. 60 goals last year for the Catamounts.
Yeah, 60 goals. He was the nation's leading scorer from the midfield a season ago. And every single time he stepped on the field, he had the big X on his back. Now he comes to a Virginia team where they have dudes all over the field. So McConvey has potential to absolute feast on the opposition in 2023. The 60 goals led the nation as a midfielder, but also top 3 all around in terms of attackmen, midfielders. His 60 goals.
Nunes stops that one. Matthew Nunes last year, sub 50% save percentage. Doesn't tell the whole story as Connor running the other way. Over to the wing, shot and an easy save for Shane Carr. Quick outlet, and now Michigan will push the other way. Jake Bonomi set the Michigan midfield record for goals in a season last year with 26. He hits the turf, and you get into the teeth of that close defense for Virginia. That is a trip to the T-Rex part of Jurassic Park.
You mentioned Cole Kastner, 6'7". The overall unit averages around 6'3". And they're not just big guys, they have feet. I mean, we've talked about Cole Kastner's ability to play basketball. I think you were telling me too, wasn't Tony Bennett trying to get him as a walk-on on the hoop team?
Tony Bennett wanted him to try out for the men's basketball team as a walk-on, and really the big hang-up was Cole Kastner's class schedule.
Yeah, look at the range there, though, too, and he has the feet. And now in year 3, he's a seasoned defender. All of last year, he was asked to guard everyone's #1 option. And having that luxury for Lars Tiffany to have a guy like Kastner, a known entity on that side of the field, with Matthew Nunes in the 2nd year as a starter now, too, they're seasoned guys.
And it's the supporting cast around Kastner, who 2 years ago in that title run was one of the big emerging players down the stretch. But you have Kate Sawstead, a freshman on the 2019 team. Sawsted's now a 5th-year senior, a captain. Matsui's been a fixture on defense for 4 years. Scott Bauer, a long pole, has been a fixture down there for 4 years. You bring in Griffin Kaloji from Richmond, his brother Kyle. We saw what he did at Virginia, winning 2 national championships as a defenseman. So there's a lot of pieces to work with on the back end while they still figure out the rotations in the top 6 and the 1st and 2nd midfield.
Yeah, and the biggest issue for them since Jared Connors moved on in 2021 is, where does the transition come from? right? When you had Connors in the middle of the field, you saw him for so many years in East. He gave you that defense to offensive perspective in terms of the way they want to run, the way they want to play transition with a person like Lars Tiffany at the helm. I mean, when you think about where he's found that DNA, 2016 at Brown, he had long poles running all over the field, and then he comes to Virginia and he gets a guy like Jared Connors. I think that's probably their biggest question mark. Can they get transition with defenders initiating it from the defensive side to the offensive side? Other than that, you're poking holes at probably nothing from a talent perspective.
Preseason #1. They've won 2 of the last 3 national championships. Zawada marked by Kastner, who casts a long shadow. Zawada wraps, fires, hits the body of Nunes.
Thought Zawada could have taken one more step. I like his quickness. He actually beat Kastner to that spot, but I think prematurely took that shot.
Peyton Cormier now controls 24 and white, 95 goals the last 2 seasons. He's been a walking hat trick in his career. He's got another one today.
Yeah, those Canadian finishers, ice in their veins, whether it's guys like Matt Gaudette, who played at Yale and won a championship in 2018, and Cormier in 2021. They love the bright lights, the big stage, and they never get rattled.
Schuts that time turned away after a strong dodge. Here comes Michigan. Michael Cosgrove pushing transition. Long pole up top and a goal. Ryan Schreiber, the 8th of his career. Michigan has weapons with their poles, with their face-off guys when things are unsettled. And give this Wolverines team credit. You come to Klockner to begin the season. You heard all off-season about how you lost 8 straight and you didn't play anybody at the beginning of the season. I don't care how this game turns out. Michigan's going to be able to build off of this opener.
He absolutely hammers this shot. Ryan Schreiber's from Wilton, Connecticut. It's about 5 minutes from where I live. And in the offseason, I always see him at the high school turf, working on his feet, working on his shot.
They almost tied the game right there.
Yeah.
11-10. It's a 1-goal lead for Virginia. 4.5 to go. 3rd quarter. Cavaliers now set up their clear. They've got to get it across the timeline before that shot clock hits 60. And Sawstead flips it ahead to Jeff Connor.
Yeah, Connor, to me, is one of the most underrated players in all of college lacrosse. He's a 2-way midfielder. Always gets the short stick and makes teams pay. Like, you have 4 long poles out there. And with this Virginia talent, a lot of times Connors doesn't get the long pole. He'll get a shorty.
Schellenberg dusted his man, and credit Xander Dixon. Dixon was marked by a shorty. They were setting up that 2-man game. Schellenberger just used the pick. Michigan got crossed up, and it's another goal for Shelly the Machine.
You've seen in this 3rd quarter 3 instances that show you why this guy's different. An incredible pass to Xander Dixon. Then he bodied up for the right-handed, above goal line extended shot and a score. This time now he shows you he can go left. He really has every aspect of his game mastered. When you watch him in warm-ups and you watch him in practice and in games, you can't even tell me what hand he is, because he's equally effective going right and left. He's equally effective passing and scoring. Shelley is a machine.
Here comes Petey LaSala, 5th-year senior. He has rewritten a big part of the Virginia face-off record books. And Kark, what's impressive about his performance today, we weren't sure he would even play. He has been banged up. He didn't play in both scrimmages. He's been nursing all sorts of ailments throughout the offseason. And Lars Tiffany said the weird thing about Petey, on game day, for whatever reason, he's able to find that extra gear. He's able to find that extra oomph to get ready. And he not only plays, he plays well.
Anish, he was in a boot before the game all week. This is a guy who squats more than any player on the team. And he absolutely gets after it in the weight room, and his competitive fire is unmatched. And a lot of times, Petey, as a face-off guy, I'm like, oh, they need to they need to preserve him, and they shouldn't be playing him this much, and why is he still on the field for offense? It's for moments like that, right? Because he delivers in clutch moments. When he was a freshman on the biggest stage, when they won a national championship against Yale in that final game, not only did he win draws, he scored 2 goals in that game. The deciding factor in their run down the stretch in 2019, you could talk about all the 2-quarterback system, the maturation of the defense. There was a freshman named Petey LaSalle who came to the party.
And his face-off win percentage is not an accurate portrayal of what he does. If he's around 55%, with his ability to generate offense off a face-off win, that 55% is magnified versus some guys who can only win a face-off, then have to run off and might have a higher percentage.
100%. LaSalle also stays on the field a lot, so opposing defenses oftentimes have to play 5-on-5, which is a lot harder to play than 6-on-6 because he's that threat. So a lot of times he'll trap an opposing team's face-off specialist. He'll take him off the radar, and then Virginia gets to play 5-on-5 a ton, and they use that substitution game to give teams fits.
Cohen down the alley, top shelf, and Michigan refusing to go away. It's 13-11.
This guy's got an extra gear. We were watching, you and I, because of all the technical difficulties, we were watching off of our iPads in the first half, and I was like, wow, Ryan Cohen has a different step this year. Last year, I thought he was terrific in terms of his goal scoring, and he was a nice piece to this offense. This game, you're seeing him dodging with unassisted goals, taking players out to the island, and daring Virginia not to slide to him, and he's making them pay.
Rowlett wins this one from LaSalle. He's a threat, too, to score. Rowlett trail check by Whalen. Rolling toward the back line. Sawstead keeps it in play. It comes back to Whalen.
Defense, Anish, right there, right?
You see the length. Whalen's another big guy. He's 6'1". Now Evans in, the Hopkins transfer, feeding inside. And that is saved. The shot by Truett Sunderland. You see 3 in white patrolling the crease. Where does your mind go, Kark?
Ian Laviano, right? Laviano was one of those guys that just, he owned that area too, and you knew Laviano was around too because you heard him. He was always getting under the skin of opposing teams' defenses, and his celebrations were great, and he gave 110% as a rider as well, and getting balls back for this Virginia offense. But stylistically, Truett Sutherland is a monster recruit. Top 5 recruit in the country. I just want to see his role this year because in high school, he had the ball in his stick a lot. Now they're going to ask him to play off ball when this guy's running your offense, Connor Schellenberger.
They tried a little 2-man game. Michigan doesn't switch. Whitney stays with Schellenberger. Bounce shot backed up by Truett Sunderland. Number 2 recruit behind Syracuse's Joey Spallina, and as Tiffany has said, he has a chance to be their Laviano. He's an excellent rider as well. Working on Sneath, and plays it back to Will Corey. Now Connor picked up by a pole this time. Inside to Sunderland, has to play it back out to Corey. Shot clock at 15, less than a minute to go here in the third. Schellenberger from X. Down to 7. Down to 5, Schellenberger up top, Connor. His blast blocked. It comes to Michigan. Transition opportunity. Final 30 seconds. They've got the trailer. Here's Schreiber. Cranks and scores his second of the game. And the Wolverines have closed to within 1.
Wow. 11 in blue. Are you kidding me this quarter? Anish, I was talking about Jared Connors and his ability when he roamed the field down in Charlottesville as a long stick midfielder to ignite offense. That's exactly what you're seeing with Schreiber. And this Michigan offense, they have faith in 11 because they're giving it right back to him. He did a beautiful job of giving the ball up early, but then continuing downfield to be part of the offense. And when he gets that second exchange, Virginia does not go and play him up top. And boy, he can hammer it.
Now a chance here for Michigan again. They can tie it. Here comes Rowlett. Over to Cohen. Final 15 seconds. Shot clock irrelevant. Griffin Kaloji marking Cohen. Cohen down the alley. 5 seconds in the quarter. They play it back to Boehm. A flag is down, and Michigan will hold the ball. They will begin the fourth quarter with the ball and an extra man, and a perfect opportunity to get back and tie this game.
Xander Dixon. I mean, the wealth of talent down in Charlottesville, I equate it from a recruiting perspective like Alabama or Georgia in football. I mean, it's that good. Every single year, Lars Tiffany is able to get the top talent nationally to head down to Charlottesville.
Michigan, though, will begin this fourth quarter with the extra man. Swing it around the perimeter. Here's Zawada. Now Mulholland. Zawada feeding inside. Bounce shot. Noon's got a stick on it. It's fielded, though, by Michigan.
And we're all even on the field.
Bo Lockwood probing from X. Little cat and mouse. Flag down. Michigan will extend their penalty if they don't score here. So another free possession. Zawada, Mulholland. Now fresh legs. Here comes Justin Brown. He's got shake. Brown over to the wing. Lockwood has the pick from Clay if he wants it. He'll go at Saladay. Roll back. Now Bryce Clay from X against Chismar, the sophomore. Clay wheeling around the crease, has it jarred loose. The stoppage and the call.
Got a slash 1 minute. We don't hear the audio live. But Michigan was extra man, and it looks like they might have had Matthew Nunes, the goalie, on that slash. So in comes
David Roselle, the senior.
Netminder, David Roselle. But this is a Michigan extra man unit. You don't want to play man down against Michigan. They were 51% a year ago, and they have those scores. We talk about their attack being one of the best in the units in the nation statistically. They've got shooters all over the field, and if you let them chip away with these opportunities, it's going to come to haunt you if you're the Cavaliers.
Zawada, marked by Kastner. Skip pass, Mulholland, time, room, save, Roselle. Tough spot, goalie coming off the bench. And you're facing a man-down situation for your defense, and Roselle makes a big save, and now Virginia will try to extinguish this Michigan man up. Zinn, who's got speed, pumps his fists. Now the way college lacrosse is currently situated, the Tigris and the Euphrates of the sport. It's Maryland, it's Virginia, it's College Park, and it's Charlottesville. 4 of the last 5 national champions. 2 great coaches, boatloads of talent. They lose great players, they reload and refresh with great players. Here's Schutz, all the way to the cage. And his shot was bothered at the last second.
Yeah, he's a big boy, and they want to get him going downhill. My biggest suggestion on that is come out of your escape with more of an angle if you're Griffin Schutz. Start your dodge more towards the middle of the field so you're not shooting with that low angle.
Connor now has the short stick. Connor turns, fires wide. Schellenberger there to back up, and Jack Whitney out to greet him. He added 15 pounds, Whitney did in the offseason. Here's McConvey. 60 goals for Vermont last year. McConvey, nice move, gets inside, and the cushion is 2.
He's so good. I've watched a lot of tape on Thomas McConvey over the years when he was dominating the America East. He's a Canadian talent, and what did I tell you earlier when we were prepping for this game? If Thomas McConvey gets short sticks on him, it's going to be laughable, because every single game that he played at Vermont, he had the biggest X on his back. Not only was he going against long stick defenders, but they were sliding early to him. Now, preseason, it's like, oh, this guy might be the 4th or 5th best option, Anish? That's a joke.
I was listening to the Streaking the Lawn podcast, and Carolyn Darney brought up that point. who do you put the short stick on when you're facing Virginia's top 6? If you put a short stick on Cormier, we know how crafty he is off ball and getting open. That leaves you susceptible. If you put one on Dixon, now you risk the two-man game with Schellenberger. You really want a short stick, a Schutz or a McConvey? It creates so much conflict defensively for whoever Virginia's playing.
Yeah, I just think that Thomas McConvey having a short stick on him is laughable because of how dominant he's been, even when teams have slid early to him in the past, and he's attracted a long stick every single time he steps on the field. So now you're giving him a short stick, and he's a Canadian with the leverage game. He's going to absolutely torch defenses if you short stick him.
And so is this guy against anybody. Schellenberger, question mark dodge, missed the shot, race to the sideline, won by Connor. It's closest to the ball when it goes out of bounds.
And this is Jeff Connor's spot too, because he's a midfielder, traditionally in high school playing up top, played a little attack, but for this Virginia offense, it's what he does behind the cage when he brings a midfielder out of his comfort zone. He's one of the best inverting midfielders going from behind the cage in all of college lacrosse.
Schellenberger over to Dixon. They play catch. Now McConvey's got a short stick if they can get him the ball, but instead caused turnover by Whitney, who had 11 last year, and Michigan will clear. Here's McMurray. He'll play two ways this year, and that's going to be a turnover.
That was a close one.
Peyton
I thought
Cormier.
It could have been given a push with possession call.
Yeah, awfully close.
Ability by 24 and White.
This is a good riding team. Cormier's not usually the guy you think of. Clark, you have it here. McConvey had the short stick. He gives it up to Corey.
Let's not get cute here. Just give 12 and White the ball. If you want to spin it around once, so be it. But I just think with him with a shorty.
Garneau hit the cage. That will reset the shot clock. It'll stay with Virginia. That was the issue for Garneau last year. He's got great speed. He can shoot with either hand. It'll actually be Michigan ball. They were closer. He just struggled to hit the cage. 16%. Only 7 goals after 22 goals 2 years ago. If Peter Garneau can find the player he was 2 years ago, boy, that's a weapon on the second midfield for Virginia.
Yeah, he's got incredible wrists. And in 2021, when they won the national championship, he was in a groove shooting. Tremendous golfer. Heard he could drive the ball like 300 yards, and a lot of those same mechanics you'll get from a shooter in terms of the way that your hips torque and that pop and the wrist action with the club in golf, the stick in lacrosse. But shooting is it's a challenging thing. It starts getting in your head, right? Then you start aiming too much as opposed to just letting your instincts flow.
Here's Cohen. Looking to work on the shorty Saladay. Saladay stays with him. Good defense. Cohen gives it up. Zinn got a stick on it. Ball's on the ground. Pops into the air. Zawada will retrieve. Only 5 on the shot clock. Michigan coughs it up near midfield. It's picked up by Matsui. And Virginia with a chance to push transition. Zinn can't absorb the body check. Lost the ball. Again on the ground. Another big ground ball. Sticks flying. Bodies flying. Michigan's got it. Here come the Wolverines. Zawada trying to get away from Kastner. He cannot.
Wow. These guys are selling out. This is unbelievable play in the middle of the field by both teams. Just absolutely giving 110% as a flag is down. But the in between the box action right there from a physicality standpoint, Anish, you got to push right now. That's going to be 30 seconds. And another extra man opportunity. But look at this action here. Guys are just flying all over the place. Oof, that's close.
I've been impressed all day. Kark, I've been impressed all day with Michigan's ability to take the fight to Virginia. This Wolverines team was picked to finish last in the Big Ten. I don't buy that for a second.
Yeah, I don't know if if I agree with that call, to be honest with you. I mean, I thought that was not a push with possession because he got him from the front. It didn't even look like from the side there. So if I'm Kevin Connery, I'm upset with that call. I mean, if you hit the player from the back area, you're up for 30 if you're Virginia, but that looked like a nice clean hit in the middle of the field, Anish.
I'm with you, and that's Kevin Connery pleading his case. Nonetheless, it's a man up for Virginia. Schutz to Cormier. He's dangerous with the extra man. Crease pass, comes back to Schellenberger. Low to high is too high. Schutz has the backup. Griffin Schutz last year, #1 freshman coming out of high school. Big debate where to play him this year, attack or midfield. They settled on attack, or rather midfield, like him dodging downhill. Dixon, McConvey. Shot altered, it stays with Virginia, and Michigan gets its man back, so 6-on-6.
You know what I'd like to see? Griffin Schutz, 26 in white, and Ricky Miezon, who wears 50, who played Stanford football for 4 years. Throw those two guys on a midfield line together. That'll be pure beef. And from a physicality standpoint, could you imagine if 50 and 26 are on the field together, Anish?
Yeah, that's going to be the Amtrak line. Miezon scored a goal early in this game, has not seen too much playing time. Former Stanford football captain who happened to be the #1 lacrosse recruit in the country at one point while he was in high school. And Lars Tiffany said he wants to get him some meaningful minutes early in the season. They value his upside so much. They want him to play through some mistakes.
Absolutely. It's going to be like riding a bike. And although he played college football, when I spoke to him a bunch this offseason and did that feature at halftime with him, lacrosse was his first love. So he's coming back to the sport that he initially fell in love with as a young boy, and it's just a matter of time that Ricky Miezon gets comfortable, understands the speed of the game, the progressions offensively, but build facilities for the women's lacrosse team and to really support it at the next level. It's going to be a destination. It's only a matter of time that Clemson women's lacrosse is for real. They're already attracting top 20 recruits in their first year in terms of the high school commitment to looking at Clemson.
Cormier with his 4th goal, and it's 15-12. To your point, that was what we expected out of Michigan when they first made the move to Division I. You've got the Block M, you got the maize and blue, you've got this huge brand, and it is somewhat surprising. 11 years, no NCAA tournament appearances, but given what we've seen today, I know they're down 3 and it's a tall order to win at Klockner against Virginia. Listen, you love your penny stocks. I think Michigan's going to make the NCAA tournament this year. I really do.
I think this is a huge moment for them. Even if they lose this game, the #1 team in the nation, the way that they've been able to absorb some body blows in this game and come back punching. You know, if you took the jerseys and the names off the jerseys right now, the way that they're running around physically and athletically, they belong on this field with Virginia, Anish.
Kevin Connery telling us when he first took over, this was a team, when they played competition like a Virginia, they would get blown out. Then last year, progress made. They lost close, except against Maryland, who blew out everybody. Now he said the next step is winning close, finding a way to close games. McConvey inside to Dixon. It's knocked down, and Michigan comes away with it on the run out. In transition, and the trail check.
That's a heady play by Nunes, too. Nunes races to the end line to be closest to the ball when it goes out of bounds on a shot. Michigan did not have the backup. That is a possession that I think they'll look back and say, what do we need to do in a spot like this? It's probably put it in the hands of one of your ace attackmen in that prolific unit, that Michigan's attack front line. And here's Ricky Miezon. We didn't get the call the first half because of the technical difficulties, but it's been well documented in the offseason. Ricky Miezon is back playing lacrosse after 4 years at Stanford, being a captain. And he's got a shorty on him, Manish.
A freshman in Carson Billig, who Kevin Connery calls one of the best athletes he's ever coached. And it was Billig who you just saw running the other way in transition, having the ball trail checked on a shot.
Yeah, so he's gassed, and you have a fresh Miezon right here.
Yeah, here he comes. Miezon isolated Billig. Now flips it over to McConvey. Now Schellenberger circles around X, slips, gets up, feeding the crease. Over to Cormier, number 5 for Peyton Cormier.
It's what he's paid to do. Finish the rock. And when he gets going, he's like a feast type of finisher, right? If you have a game plan where you want to eliminate him, late in games he could get frustrated and push his spots, but when he's feeling it early and he's in a groove like today, he drops a nickel on the Michigan defense. What a play. The ability to keep that play going by Connor Schellenberger. You're not going to see a stat for Schellenberger right there. That was a hockey assist, but he made that play on the ground, and his ability to understand where his outlet was. And that outlet was Xander Dixon. And Xander Dixon, the minute he caught that, he looked inside to the fantastic finisher.
You get Cormier the ball there. He's inevitable for his career. He averages close to 3 goals a game. Out of the box, Bonomi. Zinn got his stick in there to jar it loose. We come up on 3 minutes to go. Virginia with a lead of 4. This was a 1-goal game going into the 4th quarter. Zawada with a rocket. And he refuses to let Michigan go quietly into the Charlottesville afternoon. His 2nd goal, that is the 95th of his career. Now in sole possession of 2nd place on the career goals list at Michigan, and just 7 behind Brent Noseworthy for 1st.
Yeah, and he's slinging it this afternoon down in Charlottesville. And what I like is his ability to shoot around defenders, because Nunes doesn't have a clean look at that. When you shoot around a guy like Cole Kastner, who's 6'7", your goaltender in Matt Nunes has no idea how to track that. And that's twice that he's posted up and shot around the defense for Virginia. He did it in the 3rd quarter, and now answers in the 4th in a huge face-off win by the Wolverines, with plenty of time to make this thing interesting.
Now, speaking of interesting, there have been some interesting developments in lacrosse this afternoon. Jacksonville knocking off Duke. Loyola leading Maryland by a goal in the 2nd half. Georgetown and Johns Hopkins, that's a 1-goal game in the 2nd quarter. Virginia, the preseason #1, Michigan, a program looking to get to the NCAA tournament this season for the first time.
Got a free play here. There's going to be a flag down on Virginia. Free play, and I would attack quickly here.
They do. Nunes the save. Sawstead cleans, and now the penalty.
We don't hear whistles. We don't hear referees. We don't hear anything other than each other. But we'll get this
I don't know
call.
who's that. Is that worse for me or is that worse for you?
43, contact to the head, 1 minute, full time.
That's a 1-minute non-releasable. So Michigan will have a man up for the entirety of the minute. It's a hit above the shoulders. And Clark, they've made distinctions this year in terms of severity. 1 minute, 2 minute, and 3 minute. And of course, there's an ejection that can be applied as well.
Yes, absolutely. There's indirect, and then there's excessive, which would be under that 3 minute mark and potential ejection. That 1 minute. And this is a full-time served penalty.
But Michigan
Virginia
turned it over.
Milk it, yeah. You're going to want to burn as much as you can if you're Virginia.
There is Dixon, the Slim Reaper, dubbed by former teammate John Fox.
That's a nickname that gets around in sports, right?
I like that one, the Slim Reaper.
Devontae Smith, they call him. You'll see him tomorrow for the Philadelphia Eagles, playing wide receiver.
Empty net, McConvey is there. Man down goal for Virginia, and that should ice it.
Yeah, this team is going to be something else. Preseason #1. Not sure I agree with that when the defending champs in Maryland, I know they lost 5 of their top 6 scorers from a year ago, but they have the best defense in the nation, and they are the defending champs. But make no mistake about it, you could have 1-1A with Maryland and Virginia, and those two teams will play in mid-March and settle it on the field. There'll be a lot of competition in between, but for Virginia offensively moving forward, you know you have your inside presence with Peyton Cormier. You know you have your perimeter players with guys like Thomas McConvey and obviously Connor Schellenberger. The one thing that I think they can improve on, and you mentioned it earlier in terms of one player and Peter Garno, if they get consistent outside shooting and players are really stretching the opponent's defense, then they become virtually unguardable. That's the one thing that I'm not convinced they have right now, are deep shooters. Peter Garno could be one of them, but he's been struggling with his shot. But if they get that, Anish, down the stretch, I just don't know how you defend this team with all those pieces and all those boxes checked in terms of how they attack.
Yeah, that was the one thing we saw in the quarterfinals last year, how well Maryland defended Virginia's alphas with Ajax Zapatello and Brett Makar, essentially wiping out Matt Moore and Connor Schellenberger. Schellenberger didn't have a single point in that quarterfinal loss, first time in his career. Can they get more from the midfield? I look at a couple of guys who are going to get better. Miazon, the more he gets into lacrosse shape. True at Sunderland, talented freshman. You figure he's going to factor into the rotation more. The more McConvey gets comfortable with his new surroundings. There's a lot to like about Virginia and Lars Tiffany. That's a tired refrain. The Cavaliers have been one of the elite teams since 2019 when they won that first championship under Lars Tiffany. Michigan showed well today. Do not sleep, Kark, on the Wolverines.
They will be in the mix. And if you're the Big Ten, they didn't win a game a year ago. Be on red alert in that conference because the Maize and Blue are